We're traveling across Central America, climbing some of its highest and hardest peaks.
But do they rob the guides as well?
We're currently in San Pedro, a little town on the shore of Lake Atitlan in Guatemala. Today is gonna be our final adventure in Central America. We're going to hike to the top of Volcan Atitlan, the highest volcano in this area, at a height of over 3,500 meters. Hello, doggo. Dogs for days over here, Viv. To get the start of our trailhead, we first need to take a boat from San Pedro, and then we're gonna take a tuk-tuk. Didn't take long to have a companion with you, Viv.
Perro? No.
No. So it's 7 a.m. now. We have an 8-hour hike to do today, and the last boat is gonna leave at 6 p.m. So we're gonna have to be really quick with this hike. Otherwise, we're gonna have to pay for a private boat, which costs $25 each. But that ended up being the least of our worries. Let me explain. 2 days ago, we hiked San Pedro, one of the 3 biggest volcanoes in the area. When we did some research on the hike, we discovered an unsettling truth. This area is a hotspot for armed robberies. During our hike yesterday, there was no escaping how dangerous it had become. There were police stationed on the trail. We were constantly overhearing the guides tell stories of robberies, and we were even warned by another guide when we got close to the summit.
Okay.
But apparently, as the guide was saying, you get the thieves coming from this little town called Santiago, which is on the other side of San Pedro volcano. And then they meet the people at the summit, and then that's where the robberies happen. Santiago is where we're starting from today. And you're back?
Definitely the right one.
Oh, that's not. ¿Estamos en Santiago?
En Santiago.
Perfecto, gracias. Ah, conveniently, there's one there. Hola, buenos días.
¿Quieren ir al sendero, al Volcán Atitlán?
¿Cuánto cuesta?
Ese es por 75 quetzales por persona, por quetzal.
How much did you say?
75.
75
75
por
each.
persona.
No. Say 35 each.
Let's go. Oh,
¿Cuánto precio?
35 each.
¿Cuánto?
me han dicho 35 cada uno.
Sí.
35.
Sí, per persona.
La voy a enseñar aquí.
What's he doing?
Ellos están hasta aquí, al sendero.
No, está bien. Me han dicho que debe ser 35 cada uno.
Está bien por 50, mire, 100 quetzales por los dos. Porque está como, mira, como unos 7, 8
No,
kilómetros.
ya, está bien. Vamos a caminar un poco entonces.
What did he say?
He's saying 50 each.
No, that's too much.
Ya, siento un poco de mucho para nosotros.
Da 90 quetzales, 45. Porque queda retirado. 45.
Sí, no, es
45, ¿no?
How much? 45.
yeah. Let's try and find another.
Okay, let's go.
Gracias.
Está bien por 80.
We're starting off in this path carved off probably by the farmers. It's definitely not like the one that we did yesterday, the San Pedro volcano, which had an entrance to the park and everything. This is literally like one narrow path straight into the volcano. What threw us from the beginning was that unlike San Pedro, there was no park entrance, no guides, tourists or police. Aside from the locals, we were the only people here. On the flip side, we might not have to pay an entrance fee this time, which would be pretty good. It only took 5 minutes until we entered the wrong trail and then had to go back, ask a farmer and reconnect, because they all bloody look the same over here. Yesterday, when we did Volcan San Pedro, we read and also got warned by the locals that there are thefts on the popular hikes. As scary as it is, to be honest, with everything that we're doing, there's an element of risk. Even if you go for a regular hike, you can always sprain an ankle, get lost, get stranded. If you take a flight, you might miss your connection, might have it cancelled. I think most things in life involve risk, but that shouldn't stop you from going out there and doing the things that you enjoy.
Oh my god, light.
I know. It gets really dark in the forest and you have all of these birds breaking off these little branches, so you can get quiet and then there's like a snap right next to you. The sounds of the forest. How are you feeling?
Yeah. Oh my god.
Now you can properly hear the logging. There are a lot of cut trees along the way. They're probably doing a little bit of logging. It must be such a pain to carry the wood all the way from up here.
Desayunando.
Sí.
Qué bueno.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Días.
These were the first people we'd seen in 2 hours. I would be lying if I said we weren't nervously hiking up. Sometimes we didn't even speak with each other. Our heads were filled with anxious thoughts. But one thing you couldn't ignore, even with the perceived danger, was the beauty of the nature surrounding us, reminding us why we were here. You can start to see a clearer sky. It's not blocked by a ton of trees now. Look. Wow. I don't know if it was coming out of the forest into the light, the thin air of being at over 3,000 meters, or finally seeing the volcano's summit. Look at that. Cumbre! But it felt like we could finally relax and let our guard down a little. Yeah. It's sulfur, right?
No, it's like hot.
Oh wow. Closing into the crater. Wow, check that out. What a sign, hey, that you're approaching the volcano. Heat. That little town down there is where we started from this morning. Yesterday we did that volcano over there. And today, Viv, Atitlan.
Yeah, boy. Woo! Summertime.
You can see the other big volcanoes in the distance as well, along with all of the other views. You know, I'm not gonna lie, this morning when we were walking in the beginning on the trail, everything was feeling very tense. We even had a few arguments off the camera, but I don't regret coming here.
No, it's amazing.
In any place that you're in, you'll always see on the news the worst of another country. And if you take that negativity in, then you'll never go anywhere or do anything. I know this sounds cheesy, but you only live once. Life is all about taking risks, calculated risks. Sometimes they pay off and sometimes they don't. But getting out of your comfort zone, scaring yourself a bit, and taking the leap is the only way you'll get closer to what you want, to what's really important, to you. This is what you have to deal with in Costa Rica. But you don't even care. You don't even care there's a tarantula looking spider there.
Hard to call Costa Rican chicken.
The joys of packing your bag in the last moment. We have the speaker in here at the bottom. Anything I do now, maximum volume.
There is no way we're unpacking that, Chris.
Oh my god.
No. No. You're keeping it.
3, 2. Today we're leaving. What's the name of this place? Today we're traveling across Central America, climbing some of its highest and hardest peaks. So hard to do anything in these sounds.